One of the things that I had a unique privilege of was actually shadowing an exemplary educator several months ago, and it was actually a person who was working in an elementary school. And I spent the whole day with this person, and I was amazed at the type of skills that were necessary for this person to be able to work effectively. I mean, this person had to understand the organizational culture of that particular school. There were issues where, I know that person developed relationships with the faculty and with the principal of that particular school. I remember they were looking at test scores and compiling data there. They were also talking to teachers that were coming to this person for advice, and the work was just absolutely incredible, and it's not something that would seem that someone without the many years of experience that a retired educator would be able to do so well. And Edna, you've been, as I said earlier, you've been a part of this program since 2001. And one of the things that we did, you may remember back when you started, is we did an entry interview with you. And what I want to do is just take a few seconds to go back and look at a segment of that interview back in 2001 when you were talking about some of the unique strengths that you brought to the school improvement program that we had in Tennessee. So let's take a look.
Okay. The greatest strength that I probably bring to this job is having an ability to assess a situation rather quickly, to see the needs for action, to make a plan, and to go forth with implementing that plan. I am a great puller together of information and resources. I have a lifetime of experience doing that. So from that standpoint, I expect to be able to simply utilize the information that they're going to give me.
Edna, how has this experience 7 years later, being an exemplary educator, being a school performance coach, helped enhance your skills and your ability to help schools?
Well, I still think some of those same qualities I mentioned I bring to the table today, but it seems that the training offered by Edvantia has been exactly the right training at the right time. It has afforded us the information that we've needed to move forward with whatever the issues were at the moment, and it just has always been so timely that I think it's given us the background and the support to address all those issues that surround the problems of the schools that we serve.
Back a few years ago, we had Terry Bradshaw come in and with a national television crew, and they produced a program that talked about our performance coaching work. And I'd like us to also look at some footage from that time. And at that time, we were called AEL, and I'd like to introduce our audience to Jo Young Walker, who is also an exemplary educator, and she's talking about her experience working and training with Edvantia. Let's take a look.
I help principals and teachers improve student performance, particularly those students who aren't learning in the more traditional ways. I wear a lot of hats. I'm a mentor, an advocate, a supporter.
Jo is ultimately helping the teachers to be better learners and then helping them spread that passion in the classroom.
The 4 years of research-based training has been the richest and most valuable learning experience of my educational career. The schools that I've served have made academic achievements, and one has even been taken off the state's high priority list altogether.
Edna, I know that one of the things that EEs do, exemplary educators do, is they wear many, many hats. And you've actually done that in your career. I know that you've worked in rural schools, you've worked in urban schools, you've worked in middle schools, I believe high schools. You've done a lot of different things. What are some of those daily activities that you do as a school performance coach?
Every school is different, so whatever is required is what you do when you're at any level. It might mean meeting with the administrator, the leadership team. It might mean observing teachers, doing classroom walkthroughs, meeting with grade level teams, meeting with departments, doing planning for what you need in order to address those scores that might need attention. It could be dealing with absenteeism, there are just so many issues that must be addressed at each school that you just do what must be done for each day as it comes along, and then you see some teachable moments that you just must take advantage of.
Now, I know that you've worked in individual schools and you've also worked at the district level.
Right.
How are those experiences different, or are they very similar?
They're very similar, it's just at the different level. When you're working with the supervisors and the district leader, the director, then you're working to help them offer the support needed for their schools and their teachers. Often you want to emphasize the need for support rather than mandates.
One of the things that I'm curious about when I think about the vast amount of work that a school performance coach actually does is it has to do with when you know you've had a good day or you've succeeded. What does that look like for you? When do you know that you've reached the tipping point, when you know that everyone has reached a shared understanding of the big picture and say, this actually worked?
It really is a feeling that you have for the work. You know on that particular day that you've had a good day, when you're getting the response that you wanted, when people seem at ease with what you've discovered to be a good plan, when they are actually very excited about the work that they're going to do, or when you come back and ask them what they've done and they can show you a difference in their plan. And it's always their plan. You just work to help them get to their plan. I've never been in a school where the teachers and the administrators could not put together their own plan, because they know their students and they know their faculty members in their community. And so you've had a good day when you can guide them to the point that you're going to see some success from your conversations and your meetings.